Hey, it's Andre, and I am back on that Marvel Studios What If. I know a lot of you have been like, Andre, you gotta talk about this show. Now I'm catching back up, so of course I gotta talk about it with you. Oh, and spoiler alert, this will contain spoilers for the show that I'm talking about, so spoilers. And just so you know, I'm just gonna be talking about what I thought about the episode, some of the coolest parts I thought about the episodes. Hey, here's some cool parts about it. Hey, let's have fun with it, make some jokes about it, enjoy it, talk about it amongst yourselves in the comments. If you like that stuff, hey, how's it going? How you doing? I know that with these episodes and with Marvel shows in general, that there is this tendency to want to overanalyze and look at every single frame by frame. With this series specifically, I'm not thinking about it in the grand scheme of the MCU. I just look at these as really cool one-off stories. If they ever want to do sequels to any of the stories, I'm always down for it. But I just feel like this is a cool series. It's like, hey, let's change a little thing in the Marvel Cinematic Universe from what you remember and see what happens, what if, when that change takes place. How does this one little change affect the story? Some things stay the same, some things get completely different. A lot of things apparently get really dark, which is very interesting. I'm starting to see why we have the sacred timeline, because some of these unsacreds, for example, how about an episode where all the Avengers get killed? Yeah, in episode 3, someone is killing off the Avengers. Remember in Iron Man 2 when Tony Stark was all sick, eating a donut, and Nick and Natasha went up to him, gave him that shot that was supposed to make him better? Well, this time, after that shot is given, he falls down dead. Thor tries to go get his hammer. Hawkeye's looking at him. All of a sudden, arrow hits Thor. He dead. Natasha meets up with Betty Ross because she probably knows where Bruce Banner is. They meet up. They get attacked. Hulk hulks out, then keeps hulking out, then keeps hulking out, then continues to hulk out. He just gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And then this is wrong. That hurts. Like, that's got to be one of the worst deaths of all time. I mean, it's one thing to get shot, stabbed. You just keep growing and growing until you explode. That's dark, man. Zack Snyder, you seeing this? And what's even worse than the Avengers getting killed is it's looking like people in S.H.I.E.L.D. did it. When Tony gets his medicine and then dies, they think that Natasha did something to tamper with the medicine, so she's being blamed. When Thor gets killed by an arrow and Hawkeye just happens to be nearby holding this, they're like, oh, well, who did it? But then later on, we find out that Hawkeye is dead. So now what? Nick's trying to figure it out. Natasha's trying to figure out so she doesn't get blamed. And Phil Coulson is looking at how magical Thor's hair is and smelling his lavender body. But have you seen cartoon Thor? Can you blame him? And to make matters worse, Loki comes down and is like, oh, I heard y'all killed my brother. And look, I don't like him that much, but he is my brother. If anyone's gonna kill him, it's gonna be Loki, not y'all. So Loki's like, all right, Earth's done. I brought an army. Lady Sif is beside me. We taking y'all over. Nick Fury's like, come on, man. Let me get 24 hours. Come on. And Loki's like, all right, find out who killed my brother. Otherwise, Loki land has arrived. There's even at one point where things are getting so drastic, he's like, let me pull out that beeper. Should I call her? Should I call Captain Marvel? I don't know. Not yet. Really? I'm sorry. If you got access to Captain Marvel, you need to be blowing that phone up. This is not the time to ghost Captain Marvel when you got all these things going on. So it's really cool to watch this whole episode because it plays off like a crime procedure drama, or better yet, a Scooby-Doo mystery. Like zoinks, who's killing the Avengers, Scoob? Right. We do get a little bit of a hint though, because we see a computer screen with some S.H.I.E.L.D. agents, and then we see that Hope is on that screen, but it says she's deceased. Apparently Hope was a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent who died in battle. That's important because Hope got a daddy, and they don't appreciate that S.H.I.E.L.D. sent his daughter out and she died, and he's like, all right, you gonna kill my daughter? Hank Pym's gotta kill the Avengers. Spoiler alert, it was Hank Pym all along. Yeah, man, Hank Pym, complete in yellow jacket attire, killed all the Avengers. He shrunk down and killed Tony Stark at the same time that Natasha put that serum in, so that's why she got blamed. He messed with Clint to make that arrow go out. He messed up Hulk's insides, all because you killed his daughter. I also love the part when Natasha figures out what's going on. She even tries to call Nick Fury and give him a coded message. It's all about Hope. It's all about Hope, while she is getting her butt kicked by little teddy. The only thing about Hank Pym doing this is I wish that they would have shown him more in the episode earlier, because look, I'm sorry, I watch a lot of Scooby-Doo. Usually in the Scooby-Doo cartoons, you see all the suspects throughout the course of the episode, and you look at the clues and try to figure out which person did it. So in this one, it was like, oh, Hank Pym just shows up. If you know who Hank Pym is, if you saw Ant-Man movies, you know who this dude is. And then all of a sudden, it's like, okay, I get it. But like, I think it would have been cool if you had Hank Pym like show up more or be a part of the story more. And then when it's like, oh, he did it, it's like, oh. But I really love the ending of this where Hank goes up against Nick Fury and he's trying to fight him, but then there's like another Nick Fury and then another Nick Fury, just tons of Nick Furies. Samuel L. Jackson's as far as the eye can see. Because Nick Fury was like, Loki, if you want me to find this killer, we gotta work together. And Loki's like, all right, I'll use my magic. And so then he was like, haha, you can't find me because I'm everywhere, because Loki made a bunch of Nick Furies. So Nick Fury and Loki work together to save the day. Nick Fury is like, thanks, Loki, I appreciate you helping me out. Loki's like, no problem, Nick Fury. And Nick Fury is like, so now you're gonna leave Earth, right? And Loki's like, about that. You know what? I'm starting to like it here. Y'all got beaches, you got cool restaurants and stores, you got people who need to be controlled. I think I'm just gonna run this place. Welcome to Loki land, everybody. And Nick Fury is like, dang, let me get Captain America out of his ice. Hey, Captain Marvel, what's up? I need y'all help. Still a fun episode with the exception of all the Avengers dying. That was really cool to watch. But I thought that episode was gonna be dark, but apparently it gets darker. About as dark as someone trying to get your information off the internet and you don't want them to do it. You don't know what to do about it. What do you do about that? This video is sponsored by Surfshark. Surfshark is a virtual private network, or VPN, that keeps your internet activity and online persona safe and secure. Internal files and emails, working from home, bank accounts, streaming and gaming logins and passwords, online shopping and delivery services, even working on major Marvel movie trailers. You don't want to get any of that stuff leaked to trackers, hackers, data thieves, and viruses while you're online. More people are going outside now, which means using more public Wi-Fi, which isn't always secure. There are several Surfshark servers in several countries, keeping your IP address hidden and your personal info private. Even Surfshark won't have access due to their no logs policy, and you can use one account on unlimited devices. And if you're like me and you've signed up for a bunch of streaming services, seriously, like I still have Boomerang. Try logging into Surfshark in international countries and you might see some new titles pop up on all your pluses and maxes out there. You may even get access to streaming services that aren't even available in your country yet. Click the link in the description to sign up for Surfshark, and if you use my promo code BNC, you get 83% off plus 3 extra months for free. So click the link in the description to sign up for Surfshark and keep yourself safe on the internet today. Thank you, Surfshark, for sponsoring this video. Episode 4, what if Doctor Strange destroyed the universe? So this episode is interesting because its story is very, very simple. Probably the simplest story so far. Yet, it is so complex in its feelings, in its action, and it has a very, very dark ending. And it all starts with Doctor Strange. You remember he was driving the car and he got in the crash and he hurt his hands and he's like, now I'm gonna become a Doctor Strange Sorcerer Supreme. Well, this time, Christine, who you probably already forgot about, that was in that Doctor Strange movie, his lady, now she's in the car with him. And this time when he crashes, his hands is fine, but his girl is dead. Yeah, his lady love, freaking Rachel McAdams, done. He becomes a Sorcerer Supreme. He stops Dormammu. I come to bargain. But the entire time he has that time stone and he's like, let me see if there's an option, if there is a way to keep her alive. And he tries so many attempts. He drives, he lets her drive, he stands her up, he leaves her at home, he doesn't go to the party. Anything he does, every single option, we get a montage of every single scenario he tries to do to keep her alive, every single time dead. I mean, it's sad because it's supposed to be a sad moment, but I kind of giggle towards the end because you just keep showing all these various times of him like, well, if I just change this, then she'll be fine. I was just waiting at a certain point for like a safe to drop on her head. Like I wanted like some Looney Tunes stuff to happen after a while. Like a safe drop on her head or a piano. She goes into like a dark room and lights a match and there's a whole room of dynamite and she just looks at you going, mother. That's the point that this guy after a while. I'm sorry, that's wrong. That's just wrong. The man lost his lady and he's really sad about it. And I'm making jokes. How dare I? But because of that, the whole universe is destroyed. So who's really at fault here? Yeah, because he keeps trying to do it to the point where the Ancient One is like, yo, Strange, that's an absolute point, not a Nexus event. Nexus event is like you do something drastic and that creates the whole new timeline. An absolute point is a thing that just has to happen. No matter what scenario, that point has to happen. Doctor Strange didn't want to accept that though. He's like, nah, I'm gonna figure out how to get my woman. Look, I ain't trying to be nasty. I ain't trying to be dirty. But Doctor Strange is working really hard. She must be. Anyway, so Doctor Strange starts pulling a Shang Tsung, pulls out all these different creatures from other dimensions. He tries like a top tier one at first. That tentacle beast was like, nah, bruh, I'm over here in episode 1. Leave me alone. So he's like, all right, let me start small with like some elves and some deer and stuff. This dude straight up sucked up David the Gnome. I always loved how every time he would suck up another creature's soul, you could kind of see the creature in his face. I thought that was really neat. And you just see this montage of him getting more and more and more. And you just sitting there going, dude, this is not good. There's nothing good that's gonna come out of this. And then of course he's all like big time now. He's like, now I'm gonna get the big tentacle creature. You mine now. But then he realizes, oh, there's someone else he has to suck. Himself. Because we find out when the Ancient One was like, Doctor Strange, you can't do this. And he's like, I'm gonna do this. She's like, all right, I'm gonna split you in two. Or one of you's gonna listen to me. Because the only way to stop an evil Doctor Strange is a good Doctor Strange. This is basically an excuse to have a Doctor Strange versus Doctor Strange fight. I ain't got a problem with it, but they really made like an extra effort with this story just to basically go, we just want to see two Doctor Stranges fight. Just say it. You literally could just open up a portal from another dimension and the other Doctor Strange coming in, hey, I heard you doing, I'm ready to fight now. Done. But yeah, we get that Doctor Strange versus Doctor Strange fight. It looks awesome. It's really cool. Evil Doctor Strange even tries to turn himself into Christine to trick the other Doctor Strange to convince him to go on his side. And I'm thinking the whole time, like, you know, my usual way of thinking about superhero things, of course, the good Doctor Strange is gonna win. And Marvel Studios What If was like, have you not been watching this show, bruh? Do you know how we do things here? No! He done! Doctor Strange, Supreme Strange, whatever they call him, the evil one, he wins. And he's like, all right, I'm saving my woman. Except now I look like freaking the Beast. Like it's literally Beauty and the Beast right now. Because she looks up like, whoa, whoa. What is that? Oh, and also, everything is turning into black and goo and disappearing. Yeah, everyone just starts turning into goo, black, going away. The world is shrinking in. Doctor Strange is freaking out, trying to figure out what to do, can't do nothing, to the point where the Watcher, the one that's been telling us this story all the time, letting you know what would happen, what if, the Watcher, who are always in the background, like nobody looking at him, don't even know he's there. Doctor Strange looking right at him and is like, Watcher, you see this? Are you watching this? Can you do something about this? And Watcher's like, oh, you want me to save you like you saved Christine? Come on, Watcher. This ain't the time to be dissing. But Watcher's seriously like, look, man, it's in the name. I am the Watcher. I am not the fixer. I am not the reverser. I am the Watcher. I watch you mess up. That's what I do. And then I tell the story to the studio audience. Like, that's how we roll. Sorry, my name is Bennett and I ain't in it. My name is Richard Gere and I don't interfere. So Watcher just watches. Got what you wanted? And Doctor Strange is like, and you just see nothing but like a little circle of him and just black all around him. And you're just like, dang, Strange. That is messed up. Good times. But will this Doctor Strange we saw in episode 4 be the same Doctor Strange we see in Spider-Man No Way Home? The movie comes out in December. Just wait. It's your Christmas present. So yeah, man, I'm really liking how these shows are going. These episodes have been so cool to see these stories. But man, it just seems like every single one of them is like, you think something good's gonna come out of this? Not so much. Episode 2, you thought everything was good until you realized that Peter Quill was gonna meet his daddy. Then in episode 3, you got dead Avengers and Loki taking over. Then episode 4, you got a universe destroyed. But the next couple episodes, I'm sure, are gonna be happy and bright. See, I was gonna keep going, but we gotta take a break. I can't get into these right now. Like 5 and 6, no. I can't. Next time. What do you think these episodes? I love it like a play cousin. I'm out of 5,000. What is this show doing?